YouTube, it's your girl Princess T. I hope everybody's having a fabulous day. So today I am going to be doing a review / comparison on, I have a Real Techniques beauty blender and I also have a Pure Cosmetics Silicone Pro blender. So this is what I have, and I'm going to do half of my face with the beauty blender and half of my face with the silicone sponge. So I was going to wait and do this with you guys, but I used it today and I just had to film a video for the comparison so you guys can see what it's all about, because I have been looking everywhere for this and I finally got one and you'll see what it does. But my silicone sponge, I got it from Salon Centric. So I got this like about a week or two ago and I hadn't used it yet because I was waiting to film a video on it. And then I just had an extra beauty blender that I was gonna do in comparison with it. So that's how come we're here. So for starters, since most people know what a beauty blender does, I'm going to start with my handy dandy Silicone Pro blender. So it says apply liquid cream cosmetics, hassle-free cleanup, latex-free. It says last up to a year. It says for best results, take minimum amount of liquid cream product, work in a circular motion and spread the product across your face until it will not spread anymore. Repeat to cover the face. So the difference between the, if I can get this sponge out, the Rose Cosmetics, you know, regular beauty blender and the silicone sponge is that the beauty blender absorbs and this silicone sponge does not. So typically you add some water in here and then get it around your face. This, you just put it on. So I'm using my Mirabella Skin to Tint Cream and I'm going to put a little dot. Whenever I used it earlier, I put a little bit more than that. Yeah, so anyway, I'm just going to dab it on my face with a dab wrench. It says circular motions. It doesn't say like what side you should use. It more just tells you how to use it. Well, I'm using a substantial less amount of product, but I also feel like I don't see it on my face. Like, I feel like it like moisturized into my face. Like, do you see? I'm gonna add some more. Okay. I'm gonna dab it again. Dab. Oh, that's a lot. Dab. Dab. Dab, 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 dab. Circular motion. Circular motion. Okay, so this is my only problem with it, is I feel like it looks like you see, it looks kind of like streaky. And I tried like using the other side too, like to smooth it out, but I just feel like I don't know. I feel like I need to go back over it with my beauty blender. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like okay. All right. Circular motions. I'm doing what it told me to do. I'm doing what it told me to do. It said spread until you can't spread anymore. Okay. Okay, so this is the one side done, other side not. So now I'm going to go in with my Beauty Blender. All right, so I got my Beauty Blender nice and moist. A dab of ranch. And dab, 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 dab. Okay. So I used about the same amount on this side as I did the first time so far. And I feel like Beauty Blenders just blend better. It doesn't look splotchy over here. I mean, I guess, well, do you need more? But I guess that, I don't know, I feel like my face looks splotchy on this side. Do y'all think it looks splotchy? Compared to like, cause I mean, I can brush this side out with the Beauty Blender, you know? And my makeup that I have, my Mirabella, is really concentrated in a very high coverage. I'm just not sure how I feel about the sponge. So I don't know how much you can see, but on this side I feel like I'm a little streaky. On this side I feel like I'm a little more put together. I guess it all just depends on your preference, but in the grand scheme of things, it's supposed to, the silicone sponge is just supposed to not use as much product as the Beauty Blender, but I feel like if you spread your Beauty Blender correctly, then you don't really have to use a lot. So, and it's not like, it doesn't feel very great on your face either, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm sure some people love it. I don't think it's my forte. I'm glad I didn't spend like a bazillion dollars on it. But I guess it's decent. But it's just it's really weird because it's not a brush, it's not a sponge, it's a silicone situation. I feel like you have to do more work. Like I feel like it's setting better, but like after I've come back over it. Like I feel like now it's okay. But before, it just was like, no. And I'll put a little bit of powder on so you guys can see it set. And see if that makes any difference either. But when I tell y'all, okay, so this is partly me though, because I didn't read the directions. So the directions, you know, it says small amount, because it really, you know, you're used to putting a big old dab on your Beauty Blender because, you know, it soaks it up. But initially you don't have to put that much on the silicone because it doesn't soak it up. So it's all just like concentrated and like falling into your face. So I like was covered, like the side of my face was covered in my makeup, and I was like, oh my goodness, like what am I gonna do? So I was like, oh no, this is not the move. But my overall review of it is that it's odd, and I think that it may work for someone. It's not my forte. I'd rather use my Beauty Blender or a foundation brush, but to each his own. So, but I don't think that it uses less product than the Beauty Blender if you know what you're doing. So that is my rating on these two products. I will link in the description box both of them where you can buy them from, because if you want to try this one, it wasn't but like $5 or so. But it's not my favorite. But I mean, it's not expensive if you want to try it for yourself, because I mean, everybody has different skin, and clearly it doesn't look like bad. It just is a different application. So I guess if you're looking for like a Beauty Blender, like if you're thinking it's gonna be like a Beauty Blender, it's not. So don't get it crossed up. But anyways, I will leave the information in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.